Okay, my good friends, this is going to be kind of an interesting day. Once you realize that you had no clue what life was about, none, zero, that our past was totally wrong, everything that we were told was wrong, then I have to go to myself and say, well, what is life about? What is the object of life? And I realize 100%, no question whatsoever, it is not to be on the side of the majority. It is to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane where I am right now and have been for 8 years or more. I gotta be honest with you, my friends. I'm going back over my life. I'm getting quite old now. I'm 72. And, I feel great. It's not like I feel old or anything, but I know I'm going to die. Everybody dies. So, well, I might as well get ready. So, I've been doing a lot of deep thinking about, the object of life. And what was my life like? And man, I'm telling you, when I go back on my life, it is a strange journey. I really got to do something to get this down on paper somewhere, because I tell you, when I go back on it, I think to myself, oh my God. It's very, 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 very strange. And, my whole life was about me. I didn't care about anybody else. I got to be honest with you. It was me, 100%. That's it. Well, that's what whatever I wanted, and that's all I cared about, really. If it's worked for me, that was all that mattered. That's how I look back on my life. Maybe I really wasn't quite that bad, but I think I was. I did a lot of things I really feel terrible about. That, and I probably, maybe you do too. Maybe you don't. Maybe if you led a, sterling, exemplary, perfect life, but not likely. I can tell you I didn't. And there's things that I did. I just, I don't know if I didn't have the guidance or I didn't have I don't know. I just don't know. I'm trying to think of why I did the things I did, some of the things, and why I didn't do some of the things I didn't do. And, was it to try to be on the side of the majority? I don't think so. I never was. I was never on the side of the majority, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't ever remember being what you might call normal. Although I got along with people. I didn't have any, fights and arguments or anything, really. I mean, I had some arguments, but, I blended in. I could get along. I was cordial. I was amenable. I was all of those things that, you wouldn't throw the guy out of the party for being the way he was. I was just a normal sort of person, but I did realize there's a lot of abnormality, and I was amongst it. And then it just became so manifest in the late part of my life, this abnormal part of where we live. People just don't want to accept reality. I'm going to tell you some stories that are going to shock you, absolutely shock you. It shocked me. It still does. I still think about it. I said, how could this person? I'm going to tell you a story about one person. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to focus in on this person because it's a person that was close to me at one point. And a PhD, psychologist, teacher, and additionally a practicing psychologist. I had patients. And when I first discovered this, this is a PhD, very, an administrator in a college, actually. And I said, look at this stuff. No, I'm not going to look at it. I won't look at it. I said, why won't you look at it? Because you're crazy. This is insane. And anyway, this went on for like 3 years. And I know this person, anyway, about the third year, finally I said, bullshit. Done. You're going to come out and look at this stuff. And because this person was in my house and everything, I said, you come out and you look at it. So we come out to my shop, boom. I showed this person, and after I went through all of the evidence, it still took another year to finally come to the conclusion this person would say, all right, what you said is correct. And I said, well, why don't we present this? No, 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 no. You're deluded. And I said, I am deluded? I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you this is a fact. I think I started out by saying, look, I have the evidence. You're denying this. You're deluded. That's how it happened. And now I'm recalling it. I said, you and your whole crew are deluded. What's the matter with you people? And she said, we're not deluded. I said, you're not deluded? How can you possibly say that? It's coming back to me now. I said, how could you possibly say you're not deluded? She says, you're the one that's deluded. And I said, I am the one that's deluded? I said, no, I'm not. See, you're the ones that are deluded because you can't deal with the truth. She says, no, we were just wrong. And I said, how could you just be wrong and not deluded? And the answer was, we were just wrong. You're so far outside of mainstream that you are the one that's deluded. Not kidding. And at that point, I realized I was literally in the ranks of the insane. I literally was. However nice these people were, however cordial they can be, they want to be in the side of the majority. And that does not work for me whatsoever. So, with that in mind, and anybody that's been following me knows that. I mean, you have to be an absolute... I couldn't believe anybody think that I am just an average sort of scientist guy that wants to support the current science. Think if you were Hubble. All right, here you got Einstein saying this. You can't change the speed of light. Speed of light, no question whatsoever. It's suckered onto the moon. Oh, it just goes the same speed all the time. Absolutely insanity. And then you have to deal with the fact that there's no ether in space. These particles come to us from the sun, but there's nothing there until we somehow warm up. Absolute nonsense. Now, you have to fit your theories into that. So Hubble says, well, the whole universe is expanding. I say, no, it's not. The light coming to us is just slowing down. It's not going away so it looks like it's slowing down. It's just slowing down. How can you miss these things? But you have to fit into this part, the majority. And if you don't, so you got Hubble, you got all of these nonsense people. You know, I mean, I'm not demeaning anyone because they were stuck in a box they could not get out of. And I am not going to fit in that box. I never will, I never have, and I hate that box. How about that?